Cabela's Spring Thunder is brought to you by the National Wild Turkey Federation, Woodhaven Custom Calls, Federal Premium Ammunition, Muddy Outdoors, ScoutLookWeather.com, and Cabela's. It's in your nature. Well, thanks for joining us this week on Cabela's Spring Thunder. On these early season shows, I kind of like to dive off into some past hunts and talk about what we learned from those experiences. We don't actually have any turkey seasons coming in just yet, so this is a great time to go into those hunts and talk all about lessons and tips and tactics and that sort of thing. And this week, we're talking all about the mistakes that we've made in the turkey woods, and that is missing turkeys.
I can't believe it. Oh, that sucks.
How far were they? 30? I shot them for 20.
Well, I guess all you can do is just laugh about it and move on to the next one, but I've got to reload and get some arrows because I'm out. Oh man.
Well, there's one thing I found bow hunting turkeys: if you hunt long enough, you're going to find a way to mess up an opportunity. And this next hunt in Kansas was a perfect example of that. It was the last day, down to the last hour. We had struck up a bird, got set up on him, had him coming in, and well, as you'll see, it didn't go quite as planned.
Okay. Missed him.
Well, obviously I was disappointed that I missed the turkey, but it could have turned out a lot worse, and it kind of reinforces one thing with bow hunting turkeys, is that aiming high and trying to hit the bird high is better than low. As you can see by some of this footage, you can almost miss the turkey. It looks like you're going to miss the turkey, but still hit the top of their back, hit the spine, and break them down. If you hit them low, I mean, you get into the breast meat, there's no vitals in that area, and it's really tough to recover those birds. So again, when you're bow hunting turkeys, make sure and aim for that high center mass of the bird. You'll have a lot better success.
About to go to the left right here, David. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Got him. I think I'm in. Did you hit that decoy? I guess. I don't know. He was swinging to the left. I seen it spin around. I don't know what happened. What'd you do, man? I don't know. I guess when they were swinging to the left, you know, when they got skittish, I guess I plastered the decoy. You can hear the BBs rolling in there.
On this next hunt, David and I were down in Tennessee, and we've been having great success during the first few days of the season. We got this bird gobbling in front of us and decided we'd set the decoy up really close to see if we could get some cool footage, and that might not have been the best decision.
his head any better. He was just so close. I just missed. The pattern's so tight. He was at about 5 steps.
If you watch this footage back in slow motion, this turkey is so close to David that his pattern actually grazes the turkey's wattles without killing the bird. Kind of stinks for David that he wasn't able to take this bird, but it taught us several valuable lessons, and that is to practice shooting at close range, try several different loads out of your gun at close range. That's the good thing about this 3rd degree load from Federal, is it spreads out at those close range shots, so it allows you for more margin of error, but it also doesn't sacrifice downrange lethality.
Well, it's April 30th and we're out on the public land today. We've actually been chasing one particular bird on the backside of this forest for the last 2 days. Luke and I came in here the first day in the middle of the day and got on him. Wasn't able to get him. He had a bunch of hens with him. Then Greg and I came back yesterday, got in there. He gobbled a ton on the limb and flew down and had a hen come straight to him and take him away. So what we're gonna have to do is get a Jake decoy up on the side of this ridge really close to where he roosts. I mean, it's just right after 4 right now. John and I are getting an early start this morning because the bird is roosting in a consistent spot. It's a good spot, visible, open timber where we can get the decoy, but it's 1.5 miles from the truck, so we got a long walk ahead of us, but we're gonna get in there really quiet about 30 minutes before he starts gobbling and try to get set up, and hopefully we can get him shortly after his feet hit the ground this morning. I'm hoping that the hen is roosted up here and he's roosted down below. We might have got lucky and got right in between them. See that big oak just past the deadfall? The cluster of like 3. Yep. Yeah. He should be just right past that for you. Can't really see his head that well, but I got his body. If you think you can do it. How about now?
Well, I don't know what to say. He wasn't gonna come any closer. He was probably 40 yards. And he shoots through some brush, but that's no excuse. I should have hit the turkey.
What?
It's a long walk out without the turkey.
I'll tell you right now, it'd be a long walk with the turkey.
I was pretty disappointed to miss that turkey, but the lesson to learn here is don't shoot through a ton of brush when you're in the woods. That definitely impacted the shot on this bird. As you can see, when the shot goes off, the turkey was about 35-40 yards away, and my pattern hit a load of brush in between me and the bird. If that pattern hits anything within the first few yards out of the muzzle, it's definitely going to affect it downrange that far away, and it definitely cost us that turkey. Today we're talking about choosing the correct boot for your turkey hunting situation. I've got the Accelerator 5mm rubber boot here, the Camo Cross rubber boots, and then the new Copperhead Snake boot from Cabela's. Just got in that one a few days ago. And obviously I've been wearing these a little bit. I've had good luck with them these past couple springs. For those of you that are going to be dealing with a little bit cooler temperatures but rugged terrain like we have here in the Midwest, the 5mm accelerators are going to be the ticket for you. I wear this boot turkey hunting and whitetail hunting all fall. It's great for climbing into tree stands and up those steep hills. It's got a really rugged, aggressive tread pattern on the bottom of the boot. The camo cross rubber boots have very little insulation. They're extremely lightweight, obviously totally waterproof, and they work perfect for a run and gun turkey boot in the springtime. Now for you guys down south that are dealing with hot, humid temperatures, snakes, and a lot of water, this new Copperhead snake boot is going to be the ticket for you. It's going to be more breathable than a rubber boot. It's totally waterproof, comes up very high on your calf, and it's extremely lightweight for those long days in the field. So keep these tips in mind when you're picking out your next turkey hunting boot.
Well, this morning's hunt didn't pan out, but we got over here to another one of our farms and there's a turkey hammer in the back. So we're gonna slip down the edge of the woods here, put out this strutter decoy, and hopefully we can get him to come over that hill.
This particular hunt, my buddy Sam Kendrick and I are chasing an old wary longbeard on this property. He was giving us fits all year long and finally got him to commit into the setup. He just wouldn't come all the way into the decoys. So Sam had to take a crack shot at him at about 30 yards when the bird was moving away. And he definitely wasn't too excited about the result.
Well, you saw what happened. It has been a week of close calls, but that one hurts really bad right here on the last day. Something tells me we're done. Ouch.
Well, Sam was disappointed in not getting that bird. To make things worse, it was the very last day of the Missouri season, so he couldn't even redeem himself on that one. But if you look back at this footage, Sam has to make a move on this bird before he can take a shot, because obviously his gun was pointed at the decoys. The turkey didn't commit all the way in. So when Sam pulled up to make a move on the bird, I'm sure that his head either came off of the gun and he ended up shooting high. And that's something that you need to take into consideration when you're planning a setup on a gobbler. Every situation is a little bit different, but you need to anticipate where that bird is going to come in from. When you're setting up on a bird that's gobbling straight out in front of you, keep in mind the ability to swing to the left or the right. If you're a right-hand shooter, obviously it's going to be easier for you to swing the gun to the left and very difficult to swing the gun to the right. And the opposite is going to apply for any left-handed shooters. So when that bird gobbles out in front of you, if you're a right-hand shooter, you might quarter your gun slightly to the right of that turkey. That way, if he flanks you to the right, you're in position to kill the bird. Well, as you can see, we've had our fair share of mistakes here on Spring Thunder over the years. We're not ashamed to show them to you, but like Greg said, hopefully you all learned something from a lot of these misses. It'll help you keep from missing a turkey this spring. But that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode. If you're not already a member or you need to renew your membership with the NWTF, please click on the link in the corner of our screen, go over to their page and become one. I'd also like to invite you to head over to our Facebook page, give that page a like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. That's going to wrap it up. We'll see you back here next Monday for the next episode of Cabela Spring Thunder.